Well, hi everyone, and welcome to yet another week of the coronavirus. Here's an update, but we recognise, of course, that even the things that we update today could well be updated by tomorrow. It all changes faster than you can say coronavirus. But the big news this week is that Archbishop Glenn Davies was due to retire in July, but the Standing Committee has invoked a sub-clause in the Retirements Ordinance and asked Glenn to stay on for a further 6 months until March next year. Glenn's agreed, and so he'll continue as Archbishop, and the election synod that was to have been later this year has been postponed until he does. More locally, here's a whole bunch of things that are important for us as members of KAC. The church office has been closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. We've decided that we don't need the office open on those 2 days, so if you have any reason to phone or to call in, please remember to do so Wednesday to Friday between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. when Michelle will be in residence. Please also note that on Saturday mornings, a contracted cleaner will be doing a full hygienic clean week by week to maintain appropriate safety standards. So please stay away. Don't plan to come to the church premises for any reason on Saturday mornings while this clean is taking place. An update on the staff and how we work as a staff. We're developing new guidelines for how we operate as a team, minimising face-to-face contact and working from home whenever possible. We want to exercise responsibility towards one another and, of course, to the current community standards and expectations. From now on, staff meetings will be online. These are very unusual times. We're trying to adjust to these ever-changing circumstances day by day. Please pray for us. In relation to our ministries, there are now no face-to-face ministries allowed to be conducted. Even weddings are limited to 5 people and funerals to 10. Last week, we suggested that it would be okay to use the church premises for your small group or to even phone Aidan and form a new group. But that's no longer possible, and nor is it even okay for us to be meeting in our homes. We ask that all groups meet in an online format according to the strict guidelines provided by our government for non-essential meetings. Please contact staff by email or phone. Don't come into the church office to see them except by appointment or if you're coming to deliver or to pick up something from the office. We've invented a thing called the KAC Call Club. We're setting up a phone connecting ministry, primarily for those who risk being out of touch with the requirement of physical isolation. A response form has been published. If you haven't received it, then please phone the office on Wednesday to Friday. And if you have received it, then please consider how you might participate, either taking or making calls. In relation to the MailChimp e-news that we publish each Friday, this process has now become the chief means of our communication. If you don't already receive that e-news, then please contact Michelle at the office and request to be added to the distribution list. We'll use this email facility to send other notifications, for example, telling you when you can tune in to watch KAC online, and of course other updates as they occur. We're also developing a hard copy news sheet for those without internet access. If you know anyone who needs to receive this, then please pass those names on to Michelle. Whew, you keeping up with all this? Today was supposed to have been the annual general meeting. And of course, you know that it's been postponed indefinitely. However, much of the preparation of the reports had already been done, so the written reports are now available for everyone to read. You can access them on the KAC website, or you can contact the office for a physical copy. Steve and I are presenting the Senior Minister's Report live, and you can view that report in the same way you watch the KAC online church service. Tune in and catch up with those reports. Today, the 29th of March, has also been declared by the Archbishop a day for prayer for the world in the midst of the COVID-19 pandemic. For those who'd like to connect with each other to pray, we suggest linking together in online groups sometime during this afternoon. You could meet with your small group, you could contact a bunch of concerned friends, you can join together as a family, or you can even pray by yourself. But please use this opportunity to pray that God will intervene, that God will deliver our world from this continually growing threat, as well, of course, as healing those who've caught the virus, protecting health workers, guiding our decision makers, providing for those who are losing jobs or businesses, encouraging all who are isolated and shut in. And finally, a number of people asked last week, what are we doing for offertory while we're not meeting on Sundays? Now, unfortunately, we don't see any obvious savings on expenses that are likely to occur in the immediate future. So first, we recommend that the simplest and most convenient method is to use electronic funds transfer, which, if you've not done it already, you can set that up through your bank. The details of the church account are published in the e-newsletter, they're on the KAC website, or they're also in any of the old church bulletins that you might find lying around the house. If that's too hard or not practical for you, then we ask you to phone Michelle at the office for practical instructions as to how you can continue to provide support for our needs as a church community during the time of this crisis. That's a whole lot of stuff. If you can't remember it all, or you need to see it written down, then the whole thing is in text form on the website. You can go there, find it all, and be reminded of the things that are important for us this week. Next week, it'll probably all be changed. God bless you.